welcome back.
Okay, so something that we talk about often is
safety.
Safety and our kids' safety, because obviously we think about this all the time.
All the time. Anything can happen with regards to safety. I mean, you can set up all the rules, all the, things, and we're being super frank here. At one point, my husband and I had literally both thought the other person was picking up my son, and neither of us did.
And I remember that day. It was actually really terrifying. Like,
yes.
As much as we talk about it now, we do make jokes about it a little bit, it was not funny.
I remember
really
driving and being like, I don't even know if he's at the school right now. Like, I have no clue where he is.
And you're amazing parents, and like, these things can happen. They can. So today we are speaking with Julia Matthews, and she is actually the founder and CEO of Not Your Child Corp.
Yes.
Hi, Julia.
Hi. Thanks for being with us.
Okay, so Julia
had a similar situation.
Yes,
right?
I did.
That inspired you. So can you tell us about what happened to you?
Well, I was with my nephew Blake, my brother's son. He was about 6 or 7 at the time, and we were in Yorkdale Mall, and I stopped for 2 seconds to adjust my bags, and I let go of his hand. And he has been trying to pry his little hands out of my hand for the whole morning.
Right.
So he finally got away to get out and ran off. And
like, as a parent, that's the most terrifying thing ever.
It was terrible. All I saw immediately was just a sea of people in front of me, and I was just paralyzed with fear.
Yeah.
Paralyzed with fear. And it wasn't just about thinking that, okay, he's gone. It was a matter of what can happen to him while I can't see him. That 5 minutes felt like 30 hours.
Right.
Yeah. So as soon as I found him, I was happy. I was frustrated. I didn't know how to react.
But life changing, right?
Life changing. So like, I was thinking, how many parents go through that? How many parents lose their child for 5 minutes, 2 minutes, or even
longer.
for a day longer?
Yeah.
And that fear, I never want parents to feel that. So.
Well, we felt an immediate connection when we heard about your business and what you do, because as parents, it's our greatest fear is losing our children in any way, shape, or form.
And really, our kids are getting to that age where we're now taking them to things like Disney World, or we're allowing them to go out on their bike for the afternoon with their friends.
Field
trips and stuff. So when we heard about Not Your Child, we thought it was fabulous. So let's talk about this amazing program you've made. So you made a little GPS tracker.
Little GPS tracker.
And the children can wear it either on a lanyard
or on their, you wear it in a pocket. They can wear it on their belt hook. We designed a breakaway safe lanyard for them. And
so this is a GPS tracking device.
GPS tracking device, but we would like to call it a GPS and a child protection device, because it doesn't only track them. First of all, it works in over 103 countries with no extra cost to the parent.
Okay, great.
And
so if they go on vacation,
it's perfect for a vacation.
Yes.
Perfect for a vacation. And it's a child protection device because of all the other features. So some of the other features, like the SOS button, there's a button there that the child can press. That is also great for nonverbal kids.
You'd mentioned this for children around autism.
Exactly, with autism. And as a matter of fact, we have a lot of clients that have autism, autistic children, and they find it very useful.
Well, I'm just thinking about when you go on vacation, some of those all-inclusive resorts are so massive now that what a great device for younger kids who you're trying to give some freedom, but you want to keep them safe.
Exactly.
Right?
Once you have a Wi-Fi connection, you can track your kids. You'll get an email alert, or you can get an SOS. You can get an SMS alert.
Right. Okay.
To your cell phone.
Okay.
So there's the SOS button. You can actually have speeding alerts, and they're all customizable.
I was going to say that's what I really like. So if your child has the device, say in their knapsack or in their clothing, if someone were to take them and put them in a vehicle and speed off,
you'll know.
And even with that, let's pull it back to being something that could really actually happen. Not that that can't happen, but mom comes up, and it's a soccer mom friend, and says, "Hey, Joey, I'll drive you home today."
Right.
And they do that. And it is, in like all honesty, an innocent move.
Right.
But you're going to get the alert now saying your child is going over 30 kilometers an hour. And you now know that somebody has your child in the car.
Right.
So you're going to look into that. Like, he should be walking, right?
Yeah. Exactly.
So it's something like that. You also have something where if they come home, you get a notification. Is that?
You can do that. You can set it for home. So basically, there's geofences and points of interest.
Maybe explain geofence.
So geofence, say, okay, you can create the geofence as big as you want. So you can have it, say, a whole state or a whole province, or as small as a neighborhood. So if you know that, say, they're not supposed to be in a certain neighborhood, or you don't want them driving past a certain neighborhood, the closer they get to it, you'll get an alert saying that, okay, this is the area, they're entering this area. And you'll also get time in and time out. So as soon as they enter it, as soon as they come out. One of my parents actually liked it for piano lessons because they know their 10-year-old didn't really like to go to piano lessons. So whenever, so every time when they went into the home, they got an alert. When they come out, they have an alert, right? So
there's lots of different ways you can
use the tracking, right?
Okay. Well, we just think it's a great system, and we tested it out. So.
Yeah. What do you think is like one of the parents' favorite parts of the system?
The speeding alerts,
okay,
definitely, and the battery notifications, because when the device is getting, say, 50%, 25%, you can set it. It's all customizable. The parents love the fact that it's customizable. So say they're going on a field trip, they will know that, okay, my child, they will see how fast that bus is going.
Yeah.
So say my child shouldn't be going over 60 miles per hour. They will be able to alert the principal and say, you know what?
That's amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Why were they going at 90 miles per hour? That's not safe.
Yeah.
So they'll be able to be informed. So basically, they'll have that peace of mind.
Yeah.
So they like the fact that it's customizable, right?
And even with someone like a child care provider, like that's a great way to make sure that they're driving as safe as you'd like them to.
Exactly. And what they do love too is the fact that they can share from the platform. So they can share to their the grandmother, or they can share to a caretaker like the babysitter, you know, what's going on without giving them access to the account.
Right.
And they can also add up to 100 members of their family to that one account, so everybody can see it.
And it's on that platform, right? So when you get this, you purchase the device. It comes with access to an online platform.
Right.
And I have to say, as sad and scary as this situation is, if your child is abducted, they say the first few hours are just absolutely crucial to finding a child. So this kind of device would be, like, I mean, you couldn't put a price on it.
Is it live time? So like
lifetime.
So you can see literally where it's moving.
And you can customize it too. So say if you want the battery to last longer, you don't want it to report every second. You can make it report to the platform every 60 seconds. And that also helps law enforcement because they can see where the child is going, or you know what's going on.
Right.
So yeah.
And the thing about this device is we just think it's so great because even if it's something that you don't want to use every day, I mean, you can, but even just for, like we said, the vacations, Disneyland, going to the mall, like situations where you could be overwhelmed in a ton of people, it's just that way to stay extra safe.
I actually checked out your Facebook page, and one of the main comments was all these parents saying, we're getting it for Disney World. You know, or like going away on those big trips like overseas and stuff. That was a common thing that most
because the thing is, with an accident, it's like they happen so fast. It happens so fast, you have no idea it's going to happen.
And I never, ever want parents to go through that. And especially with everything going on now, the world is a beautiful place. We believe that the universe is friendly, but with everything that's going on now, with children being kidnapped, you know, and organs and stuff like that, like it's scary. You know?
Thank you so much for speaking with us today, Julia. And if you want to learn more about Not Your Child Corp, have a look at the website below.